Thanks for clicking to learn more about the role of the learning coach. As you watch our video today, keep in mind that your school program may slightly vary with their expectations. Be sure to check with your school if you have any questions. This video will cover understanding the role of the learning coach, preparing a learning space and schedule, previewing courses and understanding course components, synchronous sessions, and other suggested activities. Understanding the role of the learning coach. A learning coach is a parent, family member, or other adult that is home with a student. The role of the learning coach is to guide the student through the lessons as needed, discuss concepts being taught, assist with interactive tools and games, oversee assignments, help facilitate hands-on learning that may be in the course, check for understanding on assignments, keep the student on schedule and on pace, ensure all components of the course are being done with fidelity, and communicate with teachers as needed. While these are picture-perfect ideas for setting up your home learning space, spaces can easily be set up to be multifunctional as well, from tables to small floating wall desks and shelves to closet desk transformations. Learning spaces today are not just a desk and a chair, and it's important to create a learning space that provides students the opportunity to move about as needed. Make sure the desk and chair allow the student to sit upright at the computer. Have other seating options in the room for students to move to do offline assignments, such as a comfy chair or beanbag for independent reading, a larger table with coloring supplies, glue and scissors for written work and projects, etc. Wall space to post a word wall, the 5-finger retail chart, and choosing a Just Right Book PDF document for frequent reference. And organizational bins for materials and supplies will make life easier too. Educational research and trends show the importance of scheduling your student's day. While virtual schooling does provide you the autonomy of flexible scheduling with your student, students are more likely to thrive with a predictable and consistent schedule. Here are a few samples. If for some reason your student is accelerating through content quickly and has other activities that limit the schooling time during the day, we suggest this as a minimum to work within the course content. Now let's review the importance of previewing courses and understanding course components. It's important to preview the courses your student's in. You'll preview a course by logging into your Observer account. A typical module will have lessons for the student to learn about the concept and practice the concept, assignments for the student to complete, and assessments that are either done in the course or done in a synchronous session with a teacher. Upon logging in, you and your student will see a dashboard with course cards that show progress and current grades and give access to course activities and grade books. The to-do list will show student activities due currently, upcoming, and past due to help keep them on track with progress. The activity stream will show students where they have left off and what they have recently submitted. Once you move into the course itself, you'll see the Learning Coach and Support Resource tab. Inside every course, there is a resource module. The resource module has a section for the learning coach to learn more about their role, as well as how to navigate through the platform. In addition to the resource module within each lesson, there's a learning coach tab. Clicking on it will provide the learning coach with information about the lesson, as well as if any materials are needed for that lesson. Students and learning coach will have support tools embedded into the courses in various spots. The speech stream tool will allow students to select passages on pages of content to read aloud. It also provides a dictionary, a picture dictionary, translation ability in 30+ languages, and a masked reader to help focus on smaller chunks of content. The read aloud speaker will identify places where content can be read aloud in a human voice. And the audio play button at the bottom will read aloud all of the content on pages within the courses. New for this academic school year is our Learning Coach support site. We know the importance of keeping you informed and providing resources to help your learning day move smoothly. This site will be accessible to you for items like learning more about your role as a learning coach, communicating with your teachers, how to navigate a course, check your students' grades, and even going beyond the coursework to accelerate, supplement, or remediate your students' learning. A ton of elementary curriculum resources will also be available, including what it looks like in a typical K-5 day, how-to guides and videos, And most importantly, module study guides will be available for our K-5 core courses and will walk learning coaches through very specific guiding questions, suggested books to connect literacy to learning content, and even module outings that may wrap up culminating activities and real-world application for your students. Weekly automated progress reports will be sent to your learning coach email account. This will show you courses, teacher names, current scores, progress, and login dates to help ensure your student is keeping on track. Materials preparation will be a key to a successful learning day for you and your student. A materials list for each course is found in the resources section. General school supplies should be readily available. Materials are also noted on the Learning Coach tab of each lesson. If no materials are needed, they will not be listed. The Learning Coach should preview the lessons the student will be doing a week in advance in order to ensure the materials needed are readily available when that student encounters the lesson. K-5 will have audio practice activities. These will be accessible for your classroom teachers through the platform for fluency checks. They'll be asked to practice audio activities in each module, and the resource module will tell students how to record and submit audio in both the Learning Coach section and the Getting Started section. For independent reading in grades K-3, we require 30 to 40 minutes per day from a Just Right book. Students record on their reading log the book that they read and answer a few questions about the book, and then they'll submit their weekly reading logs and independent reading questions to their teacher. It is important for learning coaches to help guide students into selecting just right books. Very easily, you can use the 5-finger rule to support your student. The independent reading will then be used as part of the language arts reading assignments for reading logs and questions. Part 1 of the assignment, the student will fill out the reading log for the week. Part 2 of the assignment, the student will answer the reading log questions for the book they read that week. Learning coaches should discuss the book with students before completion of their assignments. The documents can be typed in and saved and downloaded for submission into the Dropbox. In grades 4 and 5, there will be novel studies. Students choose 2 books to read from a list of 3 books each semester. Novel study guides are included for each book, and learning coaches should discuss their novels with their students. These types of assignments will also be submitted into the Dropbox. Assignments will be submitted through the Dropbox when called out in courses for Show Dropbox. Assignments are found in each lesson. When there is an assignment, an activity button will appear on the lesson page. Clicking on the activity button will pull up a PDF document for the student to print, or workbooks are available if your school will provide them for offline activities. Submitting assignments is easy. In the resources module of every course, the Learning Coach lesson or Getting Started lesson, there's a video that shows how to submit assignments. Be sure to watch it with your student. For K-3, many of the PDF documents will either be printed or you can submit them from the workbook if your school provides them. As student moves up in grade levels, they may encounter PDFs that they can type in. The resources module will explain how to save and submit these documents in the Getting Started activity. The K-3 weekly language arts assignments are here and called out specifically for how to submit them. At the end of the week, you'll see a wrap-up of what students should be submitting, and the showing Dropbox symbol will note that students must submit assignments. Synchronous sessions. Each week in grades K-3, or every other week in grades 4 through 5, students will meet with their teachers by phone or an LMS where they can screen share. It will last 30 to 60 minutes. Teachers will administer spelling tests, synchronous benchmark assessments, reading level assessments, go over grades and submitted work, and discuss with a student what they're learning. This is also an opportunity for remediation. The learning coach should sit in on these sessions in order to be aware of what's being discussed. Listen for any tips the teacher may be giving the student so that they can be reinforced by the coach, as well as ask any questions that they may have. Remember, sync session opportunities, frequency, and requirements may vary by your school program. We talked about some of the other suggested activities when creating a schedule, but here's a bit more detail of each of them. The morning meeting. It's important to keep young students on a schedule. Morning meeting is a time to meet with your student and discuss certain topics to start that day. They last about 15 to 20 minutes. In grades K through 2, you can talk about the calendar, days of the week, tomorrow, the next week. For grades 3 through 5, you can discuss special events for the day or things happening that week. Discuss what season, what clues outside tell us the season. Discuss the weather, discuss current events that are student appropriate, and review goals for the day. Brain breaks. After a student finishes a subject, give them a break. Anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes, longer if they need a snack, shorter if they don't. The break should be structured and planned, but should include activities that allow the student to move and have fun. Research on brain breaks for online ideas that will get the student moving. Check out Go Noodle. It's an excellent website for this. Lunch and free time. Schedule lunch and free time into the day. Make it a 40-minute session. The student can eat lunch for 20 minutes and then get 20 minutes of free play. Free play should not be structured as it is a break from the learning day. And the afternoon meeting. This is a culmination of your day to wrap it up. Another 15 to 20 minutes. Discuss the goals that were accomplished. What was the best part of the day? What did they enjoy learning the most? What did they feel they need more help with? And set goals for tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please contact your school with any other questions that you may have. We're here to partner with you and your student every step of the way.